Hello folks, this is Echo. Welcome to another episode of Horde Base Breakdown. This is the series where I walk you through a base, show you how it works, toss a horde at it, and judge it. In this episode, I'm going to be covering Winter's Edge. This behemoth was built in-game without the use of any creative tools. This was just me, an auger, and a whole lot of time. We're on day 326, and so far the Horde hasn't done much other than knock out a few blocks here and there. When not protecting us from the zombie hordes, it also provides a ton of food, gives us places for crafting, has a garage, a pool, a study, a swanky bedroom, and one of the most complicated electrical systems that I have ever set up in a Horde base. This is Winter's Edge. So here we are at the base of Winter's Edge. I had a blast building this one, and this has been built over the course of time. You can see that we're up above day 300 here on the community server that I run. And I double checked just to see what my time spent on here, and it was right around 60 hours. So that should give you a context that a lot of that was spent out questing and doing other things. But this is a horde base that could be built by day 60. And, you know, I've talked a little bit about that on some of the other horde bases, but this is all material that I've gathered myself. Now, some of this I've received from quest rewards and other things like that, but largely just through mining. You know, good old miner 69er and an auger and a lot of work. So let's walk you through how this base functions first off. So you got a moat that goes the whole way around, and that's just so that the bottom layers of this are largely steel and to deter the zombies from even messing with the base of the castle. So as you approach, you also have these grates. We can fire out of these from the inside, and then you've got two pathways in. I always like to have some redundancy built into my bases just to make it so that, for one, it gives some interest while you're playing, but in addition, you have some fallback position and some repair options in the middle of Horde Night. So during Horde Night, you would have one of these open. So the zombies are going to path in here, and once they get in here, they're going to have a jumping puzzle going over these new security grate blocks that are awesome to use. You can shoot through them. But they also make the zombies have to jump over. Additionally, they're going to run through electric fences the whole way along this path. And then at the end of this, you're going to have a fighting position down here where your teammates are going to line up. And then you've got dart traps across the bottom that they can turn on or off, depending upon, you know, how many zombies are stacked up. And those will fire straight down the lane. And then additionally, you've got 3 SMG turrets across the back that are shooting at the backs of the zombies once they get far enough down the lane. So if the zombies manage to get through all this, then they're going to turn and path up this way and go to a melee fighting position. Additionally, you can see this duplicated on the other side. And this allows you a really awesome scenario where you can have one lane open and one lane closed. And during Horde Night, while the teammates are fighting on the other side, you can actually come back down here and do repairs and pick up loot bags and all that good stuff, and then move back up to the top. And when we get to the Horde Night later, I'll show you how that functions. So here is your main control room. From here, you have the ability to turn your drawbridge on and off. So I can close this one and you'll see it comes up and then drop it back down from here. And then I've got that duplicated on the other side. Now this serves several purposes. During the Horde Night, they're going to beat on that drawbridge. And if you need to repair it, you can come to either side and just reach straight through here and have access to repair it from this control room. You've also got a few doors to flip open. We originally had bars in here to look out, but the cops bit was just obnoxious. So we closed all this in and just put this in case we ever wanted to look out and see what was going on. Above the drawbridge controls, you have electric fences that you can turn on and off, and that's just so you can conserve power, as well as turn them off during the Horde Night if you want to go down and loot. We've got some storage up here just for primarily ammo if you need anything during Horde Night, and we just use these as dump chests when we're doing pickups during Horde Night. So we mentioned those electric fences. One of the core parts of my base construction is building it in a fashion that you can repair things during Horde Night. So directly below you here, you have access to come down and repair all these electric fences. And I have them originating, speaking of which, oh, I don't have parts and pieces to do it. I've got all the power originating on the outside, terminating on the inside here, because these are the ones that are going to take damage during Horde Night. And you can see these ones definitely need some love. So additionally, you've got this shooting position that if you wanted to come down here and shoot them as they're looping through here, you could do that. So that is the primary fighting area. I'll show you the back areas where people are going to stand. You've got these, again, I love these security grates. These are new parts and pieces that they've added as part of Alpha 20. So along here, you can fight here looking down and shoot at the zombies as they come along. And then also I've got these grenade chutes. If you've seen the short that I put out on these are fantastic. You can just dump these straight in and they're going to drop down. And when you're ready to actually pull the pin, pull one and drop it and blow up your zombies. And the nice thing about these is you can't fall down them. I mean, you can fall that far, but you just jump right out. So here's your SMG turrets for easy access to be able to reload even during Horde Night. That just glitched out. So down there is just access to be able to do some of the lighting wiring. There's the stairs that go up to the next level. I'll show you that in just a minute. But you can see everything is duplicated on each side. So if we had to repair those electric fences that go across also, we've got these side areas. And you can see I put in a pool here. I was playing with doing some just decorative stuff to make this interesting during the night. But you have access down here to all these electric fences to repair if they happen to break on that outside. And then this gives us access to all these grates around the outside. So we've got this whole kind of undercarriage to the base. We've also put in some shotgun turrets here, largely because we had so much damn shotgun ammo we didn't know what to do with it. So here's the actual fighting lanes around the outside. So here's your dart traps, so I can flick this on and it'll start shooting those straight down the lane. And then additionally, this is your SMG turrets. I can turn it on, but nothing's going to happen because no one's there. But we'll leave those on just in case someone comes down the lane and you'll hear it. Next here, we've got all these all these shotgun turrets, and those are controlled by this switch right here. I've got a generator that appears to be ghosting right now. There it is. And then this is all repeated on the other side. So again, you'll come through here and you've got the exact same setup. And you'll have folks shooting down the lane here. And again, on this side, you loop out and you've got some shotgun turrets here and access across the board there. Now, I tried to make as many ways of egress as possible so that during the Horde Night, you can move around quite a bit. So you've also got a way straight up here back to this level. Additionally, this can take you outside to an exterior hallway here. So I'll walk you back through the pool area and show you how this loops around. This middle floor, I debated for a while on what I was going to do with it and ended up just going with some aesthetic fun. So, you know, I added the pool in here. So you can come in here, get your bath, get your character wet. And then you've got a back hallway that connects to the other side. And I put in a library here. The idea was that as we collect books and whatnot, we can put them in here for community members to come by and pick up things that they need to learn. Additionally, you've got, you know, a lovely couch area, a huge fireplace. I put in this just to have a cool arcane looking artifact critter. Again, this is going to be down to your electric fences on the other side. And then this brings you back to the central area. So next floor up from here, let me see, I do have my headlamp on for you. This is something new that I haven't done as well in the past, but I absolutely love it. I added in a floor just for wiring. This is where the magic happens and allows me to route things around the base without having unsightly and ugly wires everywhere. And you'll notice I do have some color coding in here. I started putting colors behind the relays so I knew what the relays were carrying. So you've got these yellow ones are carrying the lighting. There's two colors of red. You'll see the darker red here on the bottom is carrying the signal for the dart traps, and then the top carry the SMG current. And all of these are coming down from the roof. So we've got 3 solar banks on the roof, and those come down here. and then move throughout the base, so we don't have to worry about filling up a bunch of generators again and again and again. So yeah, and you can see originally that's left over from when I had first started. I had a generator here, and I have since replaced it with solar. So this brings us up to where you come into the base in our central crafting area. So if I had driven in, which I meant to actually go back out and do, we'll show you in a second. This is where we have all of our crafting set up. So here's where the entrance would be. You'd come in, and this is our garage, and you've got a set of double doors out here that take you out of the base. So you'd bring your vehicle in here, and I'll show you this real quick. It's hard to give a linear description because the space is so massive, but here's the 3 battery banks that we use from the solar panels at the top that come in and distribute throughout the base. So you'd come in here, and this is where you dump. And I always like to build my bases so that you have a way that you can bring your vehicle right up in and then immediately come to where your loot is all going to drop. So, oh, there's our lighting kicking in, which might give us a little bit of glitching. We'll see. So we've got an area for food and drinks. We've got an area for raw materials and processing, and then our chem stations, our workbenches, and all of our ammo. And then here's our weapons, armor, tools, and all that good stuff. And then over here is my bedroom. This is my pad here. I've got my big king-size bed over in the corner, some storage along the edge, and then I've got a balcony that I can look at night and enjoy the view. Now, also the problem I was running into during Horde Night is this room was actually getting filled up with vultures. And so to fix that, I added in this. I don't know if you've used these at all, but these rolling doors are really nice. They have really good sound design to them. And just, yeah, you have a nice characteristic. They've got a lot of health behind them. What is that guy on it? Yeah, so you got 10,000 health. So basically the vultures don't even bother. So that's the majority of the base. There's one floor up from here to show off. And this is our garden. We've got this lovely rooftop garden here. I think I did the math on it. There's about 176 farm plots up here. So that you can easily grow all the food that you could possibly use. And then over here on the side are all of the solar panels that I mentioned from before. So we've got 3 banks that are all filled with level 6 solar panels. And then lastly, on the very, very top, we put in bulletproof glass across here and the ability to use a gyro to be able to get on and off. So when we're doing longer trips, we just come on and off here. It makes it much easier to get in and out of the base. So you can see I've got another entryway down below there as well. That is because I've got one of my other community members, Crunk, has his base just on the other side. And that allows him easy access to the base. But we'll do a quick fly around so you can see everything here. And then I'm going to pivot over and show you how this thing operates in Horde Night. But yeah, this guy is just a behemoth. And I'm super proud of how this one turned out. We've easily housed, 5-6 people with everyone having a good spot to use during the Horde Night. So that, folks, is Winter's Edge. Let's toss a Horde Night at this one and see how it stands up. Plenty of time, a whole 3 minutes to get in the base. Before I get plagued by 1,000 vultures, I can already hear them. Get in the base. Cops are spitting at me. Oh God, get in the door. Get in, drive. Whoa.
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm infected. My arm's sprained. It's gonna be a rough start to Horde Night. We're just gonna come over here and hit the med box real quick. We're just gonna take all the drugs.
I'm getting a little worried, actually. We haven't had 0 zombies come in through the gate over here.
I'm hearing you all shooting.
That's not us.
Oh, are those the exterior turrets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're on the exterior towers. Scratch that. Looks like they found their way in.
There we go.
Well, I've got quite the list of effects on me. All right, come down the lane and see how things are looking down there. Yeah, I think we'll switch over right at midnight again. That seems to be about the right time when they're halfway through on health.
I've not seen any demos yet.
So random. Yeah, it looks like those
Roof turrets?
oh, I don't have roof turrets. I haven't done that. I'm underneath fixing up the fences real quick. Okay, fences are all good. All right. I am gonna open up the other door. Turn on the electricity on the other side. Close this off over here so we can clean up and then switch sides. I'm gonna go upstairs and deal with the buzzers. The buzzards, the flying thingies. Oh my, that's a lot of them. All right, I hear one more buzzard. Are you down? Nope.
I'm down.
Oh, there we go. Buzzard down. Get out of my way, buzzard. All right, I assume that you more than have this lane managed.
Bored by getting bored than anything. Look at all those targets. I can't even miss right now. It's like meow, 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 meow. Oh God.
You hit that one.
I was reloading. I didn't hit that one. It's one of those, just as soon as you start reloading, you hear the beeping start, and you're like, oh.
Yep. All right, heading back upstairs, dumping off loot in a dump chest. All right, should we flip back? You know what? I should actually repair the other drawbridge now that I remember it.
If you want to. Oh, there's Demo.
Demo?
I think he's already dead. Oh, was that you?
That was me.
Like 7 or 8 grenades went off.
There was more than one. You always throw a few extras to start with.
Yep. Okay. This side's clear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good time to switch. That one had taken half the damage.
Every 2 hours, basically.
Yep. So that is the gist of the base, and I'll speed it up so you can see the rest and get on to the ratings. So we have crossed over the 4 a.m. threshold, and it should be nothing but cleanup from here. Before I jump into the ratings, if you have enjoyed this, please consider dropping a like and subscribing and following me on this crazy journey of mine. So let's get started. Let's talk about the fun factor first. For me, fun boils down to the variation in playstyle that you get to do when you engage in combat in a Horde base. So for this one, I'm going to go with 8 out of 10 because there's so much stuff to do, from repairing in the middle of combat to switching to different fighting positions. There's just a lot of stuff that you can play with. Next up, survivability. This is a straight 10 out of 10. Zero risk whatsoever of death unless you actually jump down with the zombies. From a maintenance perspective, I'm gonna go 7 out of 10. It's hard not to have some level of maintenance when you're actually bringing the zombies inside of your Horde base. So still pretty strong and not a ton of blocks actually destroyed, but you are going to have some repairs after each Horde Night. Next up is multiplayer support, and again, a straight 10 out of 10. There are so many different places that your teammates can go and support, and different roles that people can be doing, so that no one should be bored during the Horde Night, other than Crunk, because they were murdering things so easily because it was efficiently funneling the zombies. So last on my list is expandability, and I'm actually going to put this as an NA just because there's not a lot more you'd really want to do with this base. You could throw some turrets up on the rooftop to help deal with the vultures, but you know, I honestly enjoy running up there occasionally to shoot them. So that is Winter's Edge. If you want to see this in person, feel free to come and join the community server. There's links in Discord, and then the links to Discord are below. Additionally, we stream on Thursdays at around 7:30, so you can see more of Winter's Edge there. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and Echoes out.